Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Allied Laboratories welcomes you. You can find us here on Gladstone Road in Grenville, in the building next to Calico, on the second floor, adjacent to Dr. Isaac's office. Or you can find us here on Grand Anse Main Road, adjacent to South Winds, opposite the entrance of XL Plaza. Contact our Grenville branch at 410-3488 or 419-1588 or send us an email at alliedlabgrenville@gmail.com. You can contact our Grand Anse branch at 403-3488 or 404-3488 or send us an email at alliedlabstgeorge@gmail.com.
Fit for life and Allied Laboratories. We're taking care of Grenada.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
All right, and of course, we'd like to welcome everyone to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we're back again for another day, of course. It's Friday, and we try to not keep you too long on Fridays because we know sometimes you have a lot of things to do. But guess what? We have quite a bit of things to tell you tonight. I don't know how we're doing that, but let's see. We roll with the punches, right? We're probably going to start talking about more important things, and then we're going to, play it by ear as we go forward, all right? So, welcome to the first-time viewers and to the usual suspects on the program tonight. We also would like to say hello to you. Of course, we always like to see that you're there, coming back every night, of course, just to be part of this, all right? So Welcome, welcome. This is what we call news discussed, not told. In our headlines, a 17-year-old, her name is Jada Taylor, is missing. We'll talk to you about that. And the government, to transition the Marketing and National Importing Board into a public-private partnership. And of course, a man has been charged with attempted murder, possession of firearm and ammunition, and other offences. He has been remanded to His Majesty's presence. And of course, Grenada to host regional and international technology experts, and protest action expected during UK family visit here in Grenada. We'll talk to you about that. So folks, we take a break and come back. We got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through kind compliments of course, Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors, and of course all our other sponsors. We say hello to you folks. We're taking a break, and when we come back, it could be real news in Olilili Lolo. And don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and that person could just be you.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Alrighty, and welcome to another Mikey Live program. Of course, we say this is news discussed, not told. First thing off tonight, we want to tell you about a young lady who is missing. And police, they are seeking your assistance in locating Jada Taylor. Jada is only 17 years old and she's a student of Fontenoy, St. George. Jada left home on Tuesday, 7th February 2023 and has not returned since. She is 5 feet 2 inches in height, slim built, dark in complexion with dreadlocks. All right, hairstyle, kind of like that, you know, a boy starting up with the dreadlocks. She was last seen wearing a floral dress, gray sweater, and a pair of yellow slippers. Anyone seeing or hearing anything in terms of her whereabouts, any information will be helpful. You're kindly asked to contact the Central Police Station, and that number is 440-3999. I think that number is down for now, but you can call 911. You can also call the police hotline at 41958, or you can also call the nearest police station. Of course, the RGPF and the family will be grateful for your help. Speaking of number down, the general public, you're informed or notified that the PABX 4403999 number at the Community Relations Unit or at the Communications Unit at the RGPF, it is presently out of service. Now, anyone who is desirous of contacting the Communications Unit, you can do so via mobile number 407-3122. That number again, 407-3122. All right. They say that once the service has been restored, the public will be notified. All right. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force say that they'd like to apologize for any inconveniences caused and would like to thank you for your patience and understanding. So again, the line that you usually call to get the police, it's down. That number is 440-3999. So they are saying, in the meantime, please call 407-3122 if you need to get to the police. The general public, you are hereby notified that both lanes of the Maurice Bishop Highway, St. George, will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, that's the 12th, February 2023, from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. This closure is to facilitate the annual Grenada Triathlon along the highway. Therefore, no vehicular traffic will be permitted to travel along the Maurice Bishop Highway from its junction with Sugar Mill Roundabout and True Blue Roundabout. Now, vehicles traveling to and from Point Celine, St. George, you are asked to utilize the Limes or Dusty Highway public roads. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force again say that they'd like to apologize for any inconvenience caused and would like to thank you for your cooperation. With internet technology playing an even increasing role in all aspects of development, business, government, and society, the American Registry for Internet Numbers, ARIN, they are working with its Caribbean partners to promote its importance in the region. Now, ARIN's Director of Caribbean Affairs, that's Bevel Wooding, recently visited Grenada, and that was to meet with key stakeholders and advance plans for the organization's preparations in the upcoming 2023 and its participation in 2023. That's the Grenada ICT Week. Now, the week-long event is scheduled to be held at the Grenada Trade Center from February 25th to March 3rd, 2023. Now, the initiative aims at bringing together local, regional, and international experts, and that's to discuss the increasing role of technology. Grenada's ICT Week activities will include the 25th Regional Gathering of the Caribbean Network Operations Group, that's CaribNOG, and a special one-day workshop for computer engineers and students facilitated by the Internet Cooperation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, and the North American Network Operations Group, NANOG. All right, please I think I'll be interested in that. All right, this is very interesting. Okay, we're moving on. So last night we were talking about reparation and stuff like that, and the families to visit Grenada because their ancestors had a significant role to play in the slave trade here in Grenada. Now, a concerned citizen who goes by the name of Ras Dakari says he's not satisfied with a recent announcement of a UK family making a payment to Grenada's Reparations Committee. British Broadcasting Corporation BBC reporter Laura Trevelyan, she will be in Grenada with other members of her family to make the payment at a function organized for the Trade Center Annex on the 27th of this month. Now, she and the rest of the team, they are reported to be descendants of a British aristocrat who had a direct role, they say, in the enslavement of Africans here. Now, she had previously come to Grenada, and one of the places that she visited was a plantation once owned by her ancestors. Now, of the experience, she said she felt ashamed and offered compensation, while she acknowledges it's a drop in the bucket to right the wrongs of history. Now, the family will give £100,000 to establish a community fund for economic development in Grenada and the Eastern Caribbean. But concerned citizen Ras Dakari is of the belief compensation for slavery should be in the form of a payment more tangible. Dakari says on the day of the function at the Trade Center Annex, he'll be leading a protest, dissatisfied with the reparations gesture. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, yeah, I just have I don't know, man. I will have a lot of questions to ask before I would arrive at such a conclusion. You know, that it needs to be more and stuff like that. You know, okay, what's the recommendation here? What do you recommend? 500,000, and who does it go to? Where does it go? were she involved? Did she benefit from any profits or proceeds from slavery directly? You understand? Or did is her immediate family in receipt of any of the proceeds that were gained during slavery? You know, I would like to know that. We know that there were a lot of slave masters. In terms of the overall quantity, how many of them were her ancestors responsible for? All right, you know, so I'll have a lot of questions to ask. I know that we might be hurt, maybe, I don't know, about slavery, and we may have different feelings and ideas and so about slavery and so on. We've been talking about reparation for years, forever. I do not know that there were any other gesture of this nature that was ever materialized other than what actually happened when slavery was abolished here and in the region. But I don't know. Anyway, what the hell? What the hell? All right, we're moving on. So, a special press briefing will be held on Monday, February 13, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. And that is to discuss the government's plans to, on the way forward for the Marketing and National Importing Board, the MNIB. All stakeholders, the media, and the public, you are encouraged to tune in to discuss via the government's information service. All right, tune into the discussion, right, by the GIS channel 22. And, well, you can check them out on Facebook, YouTube. It might also be on our page and things like that, you know what I mean? The government of Grenada has taken a difficult decision to dissolve the operations of the MNIB and restart the entity as a public-private partnership following extensive consultations, they say, with stakeholders on the most effective way forward. Now, they say that a comprehensive review of all recommendations emanating from the town hall meetings held in January of 2023, in addition to dialogue with staff and management of the MNIB and input from additional private sector stakeholders, informed the government's decision. Now, according to them, earlier this week, meetings were held with the board and the union representing employees to communicate the government's plans. Consultations are expected to continue with parties, including creditors and other stakeholders, as the transition progresses. Now, the government of Grenada thanks all stakeholders who contributed to the process, they say, and looks forward to continued engagement to safeguard Grenada's food security. All right, so the press conference, 1:30 on Monday. Tune in. So, Von Cyrus, a 27-year-old businessman residing at the Carnage, St. George, who was recently charged with the offense of attempt to commit non-capital murder, possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition, unlawfully discharging a firearm, and 2 counts of damage to property, has been remanded to His Majesty's prisons. The charges were laid against Mr. Cyrus following investigations into a shooting incident which occurred at Grand Dance, which was Wall Street, on February 7th, that is, 2023. He was taken to the St. George's Magistrates Court on Friday 10th, today, in relation to the charges, and was remanded. He is scheduled to return to court on Friday, 3rd March 2023. There are ongoing investigations into reports of a similar nature against Mr. Cyrus. Now, yes, for those of you who've been paying attention, you will say, but Mikey, last night you read a story and you said that he was charged for the offense that happened at Montu. And now you're saying that he's been charged for that a similar offense on Wall Street. So I do take note of both incidents being associated with the same individual according to the police report. However, we still went ahead to verify from the police, because you just cannot take for granted that, So I did communicate with the police that I am seeing the same individual that was charged for the Montu incident is being said to be responsible for the Wall Street incident. I have not yet received a response from the police, but I'm just putting it out there that we are aware that, according to police reports, that this individual is associated with both incidents, and we want to make sure that it's deliberate communication that came to us regarding that, and it's not a mistake. All right, so because the police even said that there are ongoing investigations into reports of a similar nature against Mr. Cyrus, but we just wanted to be absolutely clear. We have communicated this to the hierarchy of the communications department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, and we are pending a response. Okay, the next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, the 2023 Margaret Dow netball tournament. It commences on Saturday, that is tomorrow, 11th February at 4 p.m. at the River Road Netball Court, all right, with a match pass and opening ceremony. Now, the 2023 tournament is sponsored by Nexa Credit Union and Honorable Peter David, all right. They say that teams are asked to arrive at 3 p.m. To march off at 3:30 p.m. from the River Road Bridge. All right. The Wesley College Drum Corps will provide the music for the match. All right. And the opening ceremony commences at 4 p.m. Okay, so what's the other thing that we have to tell all you about? Boy, Marshall Montano. We don't like to stay long, so we were telling all you last night, but what time ran out on us, yes? Marshall Montano, soca star Marshall Montano, is defending his decision to host his one show on Fantastic Friday, Carnival Friday, while also dismissing the suggestion that it is responsible for the cancellation of this year's International Soca Monarch competition. All right, you say, well, where are the day? In other words, you know, you say, where are the wars? You understand? Hold on. Okay, I'll do that. I don't know. Somebody says, ask the police about the next guy who was shooting back in Montu. How is he not charged too? Both need to be charged. This only going one way. Find out and ask the police. Well, I was not aware of that. I just received, somebody just sent us that message privately. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay, I'll ask police. I'll say to the police, well, one of our viewers is saying that there was somebody else who was firing back. What happened to that individual too? Okay, no problem. We'll find that out. Thank you very much, viewer, whoever you are. All right, we'll look into that too. Back to the story. So the International Soca Monarch organizers surprised the fans of the event a few weeks ago when they announced that they have decided to cancel the show due to a lack of financial support. They were requesting quite a, it's a private event, right? They were requesting some 10 million and other concessions to host the show. All right? All right? And so the government felt that, hey, why should we be paying all that money from taxpayers to offset costs to host a private event? So they say they ain't doing it. And the organizers, they don't have no money. You understand? Marshall Montano said people only care about Soca Monarch. No. You understand what was happening? That he was, and I'm just paraphrasing here, he's saying that Soca Monarch was dying a long time ago. People were not showing up to the events and so on. And it was the quality of the event deteriorated over time. And it was just not sustainable in the manner that it was being held. And so he decided to do his own thing, you know, ting. And so, anyway, think so. Still, Marshall, I can't support you on that one. Anyway, you understand? I would have, I don't know. I would have tried my best to see how I could collaborate, first of all. If you are sure that they were not going to have the show at all, and then you decided to do yours, well then, that's another story. But I heard of Marshall's show before I heard about the cancellation of the Soca Monarch. You understand? So, Anyway, all you know, Fridays we try to not bore you all. We try to not give you too much. All right, we don't want to make it too heavy for you. So here's what we're gonna do at this point. In addition to saying happy birthday to my sister, anyway, wish my sister happy birthday, Lintona. It's her birthday today. All right, make sure to be nice. Be nice and say happy birthday, Lintona. All right, good. So, folks, here's what I want to do for us. Let us take a quick break and come back. And when I come back, we'll have the national report. We will also have the weather for you. I really don't want us to stay too long. We'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Batteries. All roads lead to Quality Services Limited for the best deals on batteries for all applications: cars, SUVs, pickups, buses, medium and heavy duty trucks, construction equipment, generators, boats and more. European made with the highest amps and comes with a 12 months warranty. Yes, you heard it right. 1 year with the best quality and price. Quality Services Limited for the best deals on batteries. First left of the Lansopines Road. Call 444-4323 or WhatsApp 410-8070 or 405-7010. Quality Services Limited for all batteries.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Find the frames you love at Quartz Optical. Shop today and enjoy 50% off our wide selection of fashionable frames. Choose from our flexible payment plans from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today at www.quartzoptical.com. Remember, at Quartz Optical, your comprehensive eye exam is always free. So come in and find the frames you love at 50% off only at Quartz Optical. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.
Government fulfills commitment to train and accredit directors of statutory bodies. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report.
This is going to be a very fast race. It's the 4x100 meter relay senior boys at the starter's order. And they're off. Grenada, get ready. It's the Grenada Athletic Association's Relay Meet 2023. The Kirani James Athletic Stadium will be on fire as our nation's top athletes will blaze the tracks on Saturday, 11th February from 1:30 p.m. Come out and be part of the exciting 4x100, 4x200, 4x400, and many more relays. Admission, main stands, adults 20, children under 5 pay 10. Bleachers, adults 15, children under 5 pay 5. live. The bleachers will come alive with entertainment from some of our local artists and DJs. And our very own double world champion Anderson Peters would compete in a special javelin event. It's the Grenada Athletic Association's National Relay Meet, Saturday, February 11th at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Be there. Sponsored by Blue Bubbles, the National Lottery Authority, and the Grenada Olympic Committee.
Welcome back. With the details to the news for Friday, February 10th, 2023, I am Sherry Ann Noel. As part of a government-led initiative to enhance the leadership capacity of state-owned enterprises, directors on the boards of several statutory bodies will engage in a Directors' Education and Accreditation Program DEEP from February 14 to 16, 2023. This initiative fulfills the government's commitment to ensure that all directors are duly trained, certified, and accredited to effectively carry out duties as directors within a year of appointment. The Advanced Director Training course, facilitated by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange and the Chartered Governance Institute of Canada, will be delivered on a rolling basis to all statutory bodies, focusing on the strategic areas of governance for directors, finance for directors, and strategy and risk management. Chairman of the Citizenship by Investment Committee, Mr. Richard Duncan, said the course will ensure that members of statutory boards are adequately trained to develop or hone the requisite skill sets, enabling them to effectively exercise the degree of professional oversight required to state-owned entities. Jason Phillip, one of the directors at Financial Complex Limited, welcomes the initiative that he says will enable him to make a positive input in decision-making, as this is his first time serving on a government board. Phillip says it is important to have an understanding as to what it means to be a director.
It is very important that you set policy and that you're able to govern, whether it be a company, entity, agency, whatever the nature of the company is. And it is very important for directors to be certified to an international standard. And that is what it comes back to. We need to understand that regardless of where you serve, when it comes to boards, that there are similarities regardless of the nature of what the business does. And that governance is what boards do. And we need to keep up with international standards. We need to understand what are the mandates required to ensure that management does what it has to do. And so this particular training course is very important to ensure that we, the directors on that board, have the full understanding and the capability to be able to govern and create policy that will positively affect the management of the business.
Simone Lewis is a director on the National Water and Sewage Authority Board. She too welcomes the training.
It's important because it is to prepare us as directors for the important role we are expected to play in the governance of the organizations we were selected to serve on, and to further educate us as directors in corporate governance. The training will also be an effective way for us to obtain a good insight into our role as directors, as we'll be furnished with the knowledge of key areas related to that role.
Hyson Jeremiah and David Bruno, who has been selected to serve on the GIDC and Grenlec boards respectively, says while this is not their first time serving as a director, government's initiative to equip them with the requisite knowledge needed to execute their duties is welcomed.
I think TM training is very important. It makes the directors aware of what their roles are, what are the responsibility as a director, and what is their role in relationship to the management of the organization. This is not my first stint on a government board. I have been on the Grenada Airports Authority board before, but there wasn't training or anything like that. They just put you on the board and they ask you to serve. But I think giving you the training and before you take up the role as director would equip you in order to perform your role as effective as possible.
What that would mean is that at least you would be more equipped in terms of having formal training to execute your duty. So at least you'll have better directorship on boards, stronger boards, board that serve its purpose, etc.
And as someone who have served on boards before, would you encourage others, they may not be on the same board that you're serving, because this is the first cohort of training, there are plans to have more, would you encourage them to put themselves forward for such?
Certainly. Anything that can improve your skill set, you should grasp it.
The DEEP is expected to provide a forum for a frank, inclusive and insightful discussion on key aspects of governance, standards and principles, including the duties and responsibilities of a director and the legal ramifications of being a director. Moving along, the government of Grenada has taken the difficult decision to dissolve the operations of the Marketing and National Importing Board and restart the entity as a public-private partnership, following extensive consultations with stakeholders on the most effective way forward. A comprehensive review of all recommendations emanating from the town hall meetings held in January 2023, in addition to dialogue with staff and management of the MNIB and input from additional private sector stakeholders, informed the government's decision. Earlier this week, meetings were held with the board and the unions representing employees to communicate the government's plans. Consultations are expected to continue with all parties, including creditors and other stakeholders, as the transition progresses. As such, a special press briefing will be held on Monday, February 13th, 1:30 p.m. to discuss the government's plans on the way forward for the Marketing and National Importing Board, MNIB. All stakeholders, the media and the public are encouraged to tune into the discussion via the Government Information Service, GIS, on Channel 22 and on our Facebook and YouTube channel. The Government of Grenada thanks all stakeholders who contributed to this process and looks forward to continued engagement to safeguard Grenada's food security. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
My name is Travon Lead and I'm a fisherman of Guam St. John's. Well, I've been fishing for about 7 years, since I was about 16, and my father is a fisherman and I grew up in that. I love to fish and that helps to feed the community of Guam. Some of the challenges I faced before, I had a smaller boat and I used to row and fish. But now that I'm a successful applicant, I'm going to use the funds to buy a bigger boat and an engine, and that's going to benefit me and my family and to help others. It's a yes for sis.
30 media practitioners, news editors, information officers, and government information officials from member states of the Barbados-based Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA, wrapped up a two-day TechCamp Crisis Communication Workshop in Miami on Thursday, as they seek to find solutions to challenges that can hinder effective reporting during a crisis. Over a two-day period, participants examined 6 broad topics, which included finding the truth in a rapidly changing environment and communicating quickly and effectively in a crisis, a roadmap for best practices. A source of contention was the lack of ready and credible information to media workers, whose reporting must play a critical role in disaster response and recovery, before, during, and after a disaster. Another topical issue was the overall well-being of Caribbean reporters, many of whom are overworked and underpaid without the benefits of psychological support. Participants were divided into breakout groups to examine issues close to their heart and find solutions to them. One of the facilitators, Clive Murray, Community Resilience Specialist at SEDEMA, the Caribbean Disaster Management Agency, wants to see discussions continue to ensure that the work of Caribbean media workers bear more fruit.
We do hope that coming out of this workshop that the information that was shared, the knowledge from the experts, we had expert trainers, taking the participants through various topics, and also the experiences that were shared among the participants and also with the trainers, that we're able to have some sort of projects developed to address some of the challenges that were expressed, and to keep the engagement and the connection going post this workshop. So we're looking forward to continued engagement and connection with our media counterparts, And I also like to stress the fact that we don't just want the media to see themselves as just the media, journalists, reporters, but to see themselves as key stakeholders in the disaster management arena.
Another facilitator, Sonia Schott, the content manager at the Washington-based Schott International Consulting, spoke to the importance of fact-checking when credible sources are not relying solely on technology, especially in an age where disinformation is becoming more prevalent. The workshop at the Hilton Miami Airport Hotel was hosted by the CDMA Coordinating Unit with funding from the U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown, Barbados. The embassy's head of public affairs, Mr. Donald Maynard, says getting quick, accurate, fact-checked information during a crisis remains a critical issue for the journalist. And so the challenge is to help them find methods to get the information quickly to educate the public.
What we need to do is take this information, crystallize it in our brains, share it with our peers and our partners back home, and keep the communication going. We're going to have communication between this whole group for years to come, and we need to rely on each other, not only for sharing ideas and sharing techniques, but experience. As a crisis evolves in one country, we want to learn from that country what's worked, what hasn't. Today, this workshop is not the end. It's actually the start of a conversation.
The workshop attracted participants from CDMA member countries like Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Bahamas and Jamaica. Grenada's participants were Nisha Peters, the program producer at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, and Leslie Ann Johnson, director at the Government Information Service. And finally in the news, His Excellency Nestor Mendez, Assistant Secretary General of the Organization of American States, OAS, held a forum engaging students from 20 high schools in the country on the opportunities and operation of the OAS. Students from Carriacou and Petit Martinique participated virtually. His Excellency Nestor Mendez implored students to learn a second language, which will make them more competitive in the world. He also spoke about training opportunities for teachers from Grenada. The meeting occurred on Thursday in the auditorium of the Grenada Boys Secondary School. Sorana Mitchell has more in this report.
The Assistant Secretary General of the Organization of American States, OAS, His Excellency Nestor Mendez, took the opportunity to educate the high school students on the 4 pillars of the OAS, which are democracy, human rights, security, and development. His Excellency explained the workings of the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, which serves the 35 member states.
The Commission on Human Rights is an elected body of specialists proposed by countries, and they are elected. And their work really is to meet and to receive accusations of citizens, regular, ordinary citizens from all the member states of the OAS, who feel that their human rights have been or are being violated, and that the country, the laws of the country, or the government, the authorities, are not doing anything to protect them. So the Commission meets, and if there are grounds for believing that the accusations may be true, then the Commission can take certain measures, and the member states that have signed onto the instruments that guide the system of human rights, they are obligated to listen to what the Commission is telling them to do.
He encouraged the students to get involved in their communities and the region, as well as to seek out opportunities from the OAS through its many programs, such as internships, the Young America's Business Trust, which holds innovation competitions and was won by Grenadian Tamara Prosper a few years ago. Regarding scholarships, the Assistant Secretary General mentioned partnerships with over 150 universities around the world that provide short-term courses, master's degrees, and courses designed for teachers.
The OAS does a lot of work with teachers. We have something called the Inter-American Teacher Education Network, the I-10. The Inter-American Teacher Education Network brings together educators and specialists in education from the United States, from Canada, all the way to south to Argentina and Chile. Some of the best minds in the field, in all the fields of education, are included in there. It is free. You just need to register. We offer courses. We offer scholarship opportunities. We have downloadable classroom ready material that you can put into your classrooms in all the areas. If you want to consult your peers, the specialists in other countries, in universities, you can do that through the Inter-American Teacher Education Network.
His Excellency Nestor Mendes told the students to keep an open mind, get involved in the OAS to expand their network, and to take opportunities where they can learn a second language, which will make them more competitive in the world. Grenada has been a member of the 75-year-old international body since 1975. For more information on the OAS and its many opportunities, you may visit their website at www.oas.org. For the National Report, I am Serana Mitchell.
Blue Bubbles, the Grenada Olympic Committee, and National Lotteries Authority have all come on board as sponsors supporting the hosting of the National Relay Meet. Thank you, Serana. And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Friday, February 10th, 2023. On behalf of the news and programming team, I am Sharianne Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Well, thank you very much, Sharianne, and the rest of the GIS News team. We're happy that you guys had a great week, and may God bless you. All right, family, so what happens now is that we take a look at the weather, and the weather is submitted by the Met Office. The weather for tonight, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy with few brief showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 23.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. The weather for Saturday, we can tell you that it's expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and windy with few brief to widely scattered showers. Tomorrow's minimum temperature 29.5, minimum 23.5. Winds northeasterly to east northeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. And a marine advisory is going to be in effect for tomorrow as well. If we want to take a look at the weather for Sunday, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and windy with few brief to widely scattered showers improving overnight. Max temperature 29.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 23.5. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and a marine advisory remains in effect for Sunday as well. So that's it, and we say God bless you. I was able to get a response from the police since we last spoke. Remember, I told you that I noticed there were separate information coming in, two different information coming from the police with regards to one individual who is Vaughn Cyrus, a 27-year-old businessman of the Caranage. Well, the police was able to clarify that there was a mistake in one of the reports that they sent to the media, and Cyrus is in fact charged for the Montu incident and not the Wall Street incident. All right, so again, the police were able to clarify that they made a mistake in the report sent to the media, and the incident in question is that of Montu and not Wall Street. All right, so it pays to pay attention. All right, it pays to pay attention. All right, so that's it. We want to say hello to the folks who are currently on YouTube. We want to say blessings to you. We are always happy that you're with us, to be part of this. So we have got Keith, Aaron, Babran, Suzanne, and everyone else on YouTube. We want to say hello to you and thank you for going on the big screen. Lintona and Mom is there as well. Meryl, Mr. McQueen, Zilon, Taya. And then we've got on Facebook Claire, Lornette, Bermuda, Zaka, Java and the Sharing Committee, Praise and Worship, Eunice, Adonna, who else? Kirin, blessings to you, Kirin, and your family. Who else? I mean, everybody really. Blessings to you. Delian, yeah, the sharing champion. Diana, Bermuda. Hey, Wagwan. And thank you to everyone who shared tonight's program. As usual, we express our gratitude to you, okay? Okay. Bernadette, I see that you're there as well, so big up to yourself, Bernadette. And everyone else, blessings. So let's go take some rest, all right? And we hope that we're going to be back in one piece next Monday, all right? All right, Lynette and everybody else, God bless you. Let's go. Avril, how are you? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! Yeah, man. Blessings. Have a great weekend. And again, happy birthday to my sister Linton. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Wish my sister happy birthday, all right? Happy birthday to you, Linton, and may God bless you. All right? Take care, guys.